Sultan Mehmed II, famously known as Mehmed the Conqueror, Fatih Sultan Mehmed, was one of the most remarkable and influential rulers in world history. He was born on the 30th of March, 1432, in Edirne, the capital of the Ottoman Empire at that time. He was the son of Sultan Murad II and received an outstanding education from some of the empire's greatest scholars. From a very young age, Mehmed studied the Quran, Islamic law, mathematics, history, geography, military, science, philosophy, and literature. He was also fluent in several languages, including Turkish, Arabic, Persian, Greek, Latin, and Serbian. His education shaped him into a highly intelligent, determined, and ambitious leader. According to Ottoman tradition, he was inspired by the well-known saying attributed to the Prophet Muhammad about the future conquest of Constantinople. And he made it his life's greatest ambition to capture the city. Although he briefly became sultan during his childhood, he officially ascended the Ottoman throne for the second time in 1451 after the death of his father, Sultan Murad II. At only 19 years of age, Mehmed immediately began preparing for what would become one of the greatest military campaigns in history. Constantinople had been the capital of the Byzantine Empire for more than 1,000 years, protected by the famous Theodosian walls, which consisted of multiple layers of massive stone fortifications. The city had successfully resisted countless attacks by Persians, Arabs, Bulgarians, Rus, Crusaders, and many other powerful armies. Because of its strategic location between Europe and Asia, Constantinople controlled important trade routes and the Bosporus Strait, making it one of the richest and most important cities in the world. Mehmed understood that conquering Constantinople would not only fulfill a long-standing Ottoman objective, but would also secure the empire's future by controlling the gateway between the Black Sea and the Mediterranean. He carefully planned every aspect of the campaign for more than 2 years. He strengthened the Ottoman navy, expanded his army, improved supply routes, and ordered the construction of the massive fortress Rumeli Hasari on the European side of the Bosporus. This fortress allowed the Ottomans to control naval traffic and prevent supplies from reaching the Byzantine capital from the Black Sea. One of Mehmed's greatest military achievements was his use of enormous cannons capable of destroying even the strongest medieval walls. The largest cannon, designed by the Hungarian engineer Urban, weighed several tons and fired gigantic stone balls that shook the city whenever they struck the walls. These powerful weapons represented a turning point in the history of warfare because they demonstrated that even the strongest medieval fortifications could eventually be destroyed by gunpowder artillery. Mehmed assembled an army estimated by historians at between 80,000 and 100,000 soldiers, although some historical sources give even higher figures. His forces included elite janissaries, experienced cavalry, engineers, artillery units, and thousands of support personnel. He also assembled a powerful fleet of more than 100 ships to blockade the city from the sea. The siege of Constantinople officially began on the 6th of April, 1453. Inside the city, Emperor Constantine XI Palaiologos commanded a defending force of only about 7,000 to 8,000 soldiers, including Byzantine troops and foreign volunteers from Genoa and Venice. Although greatly outnumbered, the defenders fought with exceptional courage and determination. For weeks, Ottoman cannons continuously bombarded the city's walls, while Byzantine soldiers repaired the damage every night. Numerous assaults were launched, but each was fiercely resisted. Mehmed refused to abandon his objective despite the heavy casualties suffered by his army. Instead, he constantly adapted his strategy and searched for new ways to overcome the city's seemingly impossible defenses. One of the most famous episodes of the siege was Mehmed's bold decision to move Ottoman warships overland. The Byzantines had stretched a massive iron chain across the entrance to the Golden Horn, preventing enemy ships from entering the harbor. Rather than attacking the chain directly, Mehmed ordered workers to build a wooden road covered with greased logs across the hills behind the city. During a single night, dozens of Ottoman ships were pulled over land and launched into the Golden Horn behind the Byzantine defenses. This astonishing maneuver shocked the defenders and allowed the Ottomans to attack the city from an entirely new direction. It remains one of the greatest examples of military innovation in history. After 53 days of continuous siege, Mehmed prepared for one final assault. Before dawn on the 29th of May, 1453, Ottoman forces attacked the weakened walls from several directions. After hours of brutal fighting, elite Janissary troops succeeded in breaking through the defenses near the gate of St. Romanus. Emperor Constantine XI refused to surrender and is believed to have died fighting alongside his soldiers. With the city's defenses finally overwhelmed, Constantinople fell to the Ottoman Empire, bringing an end to the Byzantine Empire after more than 11 centuries of existence. The conquest of Constantinople is considered one of the most important events in world history because it marked the end of the Middle Ages for many historians and accelerated the beginning of the Renaissance and the Age of Exploration in Europe. After entering the city, Mehmed ordered that law and order be restored. While there was an initial period of looting, which was customary after a medieval siege, Mehmed soon halted it and began rebuilding the devastated capital. He converted the Hagia Sophia into a mosque while preserving much of its magnificent architecture. He encouraged Muslims, Christians, and Jews to settle in the city again, granted various religious communities a degree of self-government under the millet systems, restored trade, repaired damaged buildings, built markets, schools, hospitals, libraries, baths, mosques, and palaces, and transformed Constantinople into the magnificent capital of the Ottoman Empire. Over time, the city became one of the world's greatest centers of commerce, culture, scholarship, and architecture. Mehmed was not only a brilliant military commander, but also an energetic administrator, patron of learning, and reformer. He reorganized the government, strengthened the legal system, promoted education, welcomed scholars, artists, architects, and scientists from different regions, and expanded the empire into Serbia, Bosnia, Albania, the Peloponnese, Trebizond, Crimea, and other territories. His reign firmly established the Ottoman Empire as one of the world's leading powers. One of the most debated aspects of Mehmed's reign concerns the issue of dynastic succession and the execution of his younger brother, Prince Ahmed. According to several Ottoman and later historical sources, shortly after Mehmed became sultan for the second time in 1451, the infant prince was executed on Mehmed's orders. Historians continue to discuss the precise circumstances, but the event reflected the harsh political realities of the Ottoman dynasty, where rival princes could become the center of rebellions and civil wars. Earlier succession conflicts had caused enormous bloodshed and threatened the stability of the empire. Seeking to prevent future struggles for the throne, Mehmed later included a provision in his legal code known as the Kanun-name-i Al-Osman, stating that whichever prince became sultan could execute his brothers if leading officials considered it necessary for the welfare and stability of the state. This policy later became known as the Ottoman Law of Fratricide. Although intended to prevent prolonged civil wars, the law remains one of the most controversial aspects of Ottoman history. Some later sultans applied it, while others chose to confine rival princes in the royal palace rather than execute them. Modern historians continue to debate Beotehat, its effectiveness and its moral implications, with some arguing that it reduced large-scale succession wars and others condemning it as an exceptionally harsh policy. Sultan Mehmed died on 3 May 1481 while leading another military campaign. The exact cause of his death remains uncertain, and some historians have even suggested the possibility of poisoning, although no definitive evidence has been found. He was 49 years old and left behind an empire far larger, wealthier, and more powerful than the one he had inherited. His conquest of Constantinople changed the course of history, ended the Byzantine Empire, established the Ottomans as a dominant world power, and earned him the title Fatih, meaning the conqueror. More than 5 centuries later, Mehmed continues to be remembered as one of the greatest military commanders, statesmen, and empire builders in history. At the same time, his decision to codify fratricide remains a subject of historical debate, illustrating the complex balance between political stability and the human cost of dynastic rule in the medieval and early modern world.